Hi, I'm Sim Duhra and I'm the Climate Change Manager for Gedling Borough Council, and I'm here today in Mudborough to talk to a resident called Pat. Pat's had so much home improvements to improve the energy efficiency of her home, and we're going to just have a chat to her now to find out exactly what she's done.
Hi Sim, lovely to see you. Come on in.
Thank you. Oh, Pat, I'm really excited to find out exactly what you've been doing.
I know, we have done a lot of work. Do you want to come into the kitchen?
Please, yeah.
I'll put on the kettle.
So Pat, what inspired you to make all these changes to your home?
Well, as you know, Sim, I'm very worried about the climate crisis. We did start out years ago by making our own water solar heater.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we actually put it together in the dining room and then put it up on the roof. Right. My husband's a bit of a DIYer. So we put up the solar panels.
So what is that what you did first?
That's what we did. We had the solar panels first.
Right.
We've been really, really pleased with the solar panels. We also have a battery that works in tandem with the solar panels so that we get the battery to charge up the solar panels, we'll charge up the battery. Yep. And then when the electricity is expensive, we can use the battery to pay for turning on the oven or boiling the kettle, or that kind of thing. And our experience is that last summer, for example, I think between April and probably September, we were completely off the grid. We didn't pay for electricity.
Wow.
The solar panels provided all our electricity for the house. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you've had your solar panels, you've got your battery storage, and what other improvements?
So the next thing we were thinking about was a heat pump. And then we read that you really need to make your house really warm and have proper insulation. It's an old red brick. It hasn't got cavity wall insulations. It was only single wall. Quite cold, really. Yeah. Quite expensive as well in terms of gas heating everywhere. And we had old Victorian radiators. So we got the whole house externally, so cladded. So they put on these big cladding all the way around and then put on the exterior masonry. So it looks okay.
Can you show me the battery for the solar?
Yeah.
So where is it located?
So it's down in the cellar.
Okay.
You can have it in the house as well.
Yeah.
But because we have a cellar, we have it down there.
So it's hidden away,
so
really,
be careful here.
Yeah. Or be careful going down these stairs.
That's right. So this is the battery.
Yeah.
And as I say, you can set it on your app. Right. So that you can set the solar panels to come into the battery to charge up the battery. Right. So then later on in the evening, you can run your appliances from the battery.
Yeah.
So let me just see if this will turn on for us. Oh, there we are. Yes, you can see. So that tells you what's happening where things are going.
So it's telling you how much the house is actually producing and how much you're actually perhaps giving to the grid. Is that correct?
That's it. So the battery is fully charged.
Yeah.
And then it's very little electricity is being run at the moment. So the house isn't using much electricity. And you can see that it'll tell you how much the solar panels are creating and how much they're delivering, and then exactly how much is going to the grid. Because obviously if you have surplus electricity, you can sell it back to the grid.
And is that what you do?
Oh yeah, that's what we do. Yeah.
Okay, great.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You've got an EV car here, which is a lovely car. How long have you had it?
So I've had that 3 years.
Okay. Yeah. And just tell me a bit about the pros and cons of having an electric car. I can see that you've got a charger.
Sure. That's it.
So you charge at home.
So charge at home. It's really inexpensive to charge at home. Yeah. So we charge overnight. In fact, we did a bit of looking at some facts and figures. And so over the last 12 months, charging the car up at home, we've used 1,500 units, and that has taken us 6,000 miles, and that has cost us £105. And if you were to charge, fill that car up with petrol, that would have cost you maybe £600. So you can see there's a huge difference.
Huge difference. Okay.
Yeah.
So Pat, just tell me a bit about your journeys and how you use your car. I mean, have you taken a long journey?
The longest journey we've done without charging would be from Leeds to Edinburgh, all in one go, and that's about over 220 miles. With one charge, we've driven down to the Lizard in Cornwall. We've driven across to Wales, the west coast, onto Holyhead. We've taken the ferry to Ireland, driven all the way down to the southwest coast of Ireland, which is a long journey. Yeah. We've also driven down to Plymouth and taken the ferry to northern Spain, driven along northern Spain. We've driven up to Scotland, to Edinburgh, and then across to Glasgow and up to the Isle of Mull. We often go to the Lake District in Yorkshire, and we don't worry about range anymore. Doing your research is really important. So there's a map you can download on your phone, which will show you all the charging points in the country. But in making those plans, we've generally found it's been fine. Yeah.
So you've never ever been stuck?
We've never ever been stuck, but we have at least, I'd say on 2 or 3 occasions, our charger, our first choice, if you like, hasn't been working.
You've shown me the battery for the solar. Can you now show me the air source heat pump?
Sure.
So air source heat pumps are obviously outside.
Yeah.
And you've got to have room to have an air source heat pump.
You do.
So yours is,
so here we are.
Here it is, yeah.
Here it is. So it looks quite large.
Yeah.
So first of all, having cladded the house and made it much more much warmer essentially, then the next step was to get the air source heat pump and stop using the gas boiler, which is obviously going to reduce our carbon emissions hugely.
And did you manage to get a grant towards this?
Yes, we got a grant from the government towards this.
Right.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to do that, and I think those grants are still available.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's good. And just in terms of the noise, are they quite noisy?
No noise. That's really quiet. The neighbours have never even mentioned it because they don't hear anything. And when you sit in the living room, don't hear anything either.
Yeah, shall we have our cup of tea now?
Yeah, let's have a cup of tea.
I'm ready.
Gosh, we're lucky with the weather.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Amazing.
And a beautiful garden.
Though, should we be worried it's so hot?
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Okay, so Pat, just thinking about your reasons for making the changes to your home and how you feel about climate change. Why is that important to you personally?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that I believe in climate change. I believe it's happening. We are in the middle of a climate crisis. I'm very concerned about that, not just for me personally or for my children and grandchildren, but for the future generations. I absolutely know that we have to stop using fossil fuels. We have to reduce our carbon emissions, and everybody's got to take the steps that they can take.
You've just sort of echoed what I feel as well. Yeah. It's all about making those changes that you can do personally. But what about sharing this information with others and talking to others about what you've done? Do you tend to do that?
Oh, yes, we do. In a boring, yeah. Our friends are running away from us now. And we know people who have made the change to electric cars, as we've been speaking about it, and also have been pleasantly surprised at that. So I think you can encourage people to change, but some people deal with change easier than others.
So Pat, you said, I think your house was built in 1918, did
1918,
you say?
That's right.
So would you say with all the changes you've made, all the improvements you've made, it's now fit for the future?
I think so. Well, it's as fit as it'll ever be for the future. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a positive, surely.
Well, that is a positive. I mean, it's great to see the government and the council putting money in, putting grants in, but we do need to see more of that, much more. And then if we think about new build homes, it's so important that those new build homes are actually properly sustainable from the point of view of well insulated, have solar panels, have heat pumps, all of those things. If all of those things are put in from the beginning, then it's so much cheaper for the occupants of those houses in the years to come. I was expecting disruption, and you just have to gear up for it and accept it because better times are ahead.
Yeah. So it's all about that positive outlook, what you get.
It is, totally, yeah.
Really, I'm so wowed with the incredible work you've done to your home, and I really appreciate you offering us this opportunity to showcase your home. I think it's really important to get the message out there to others, so I'm really glad that you've given us this opportunity today, so thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. So we're delighted to help, and you'll know, of course, that I'm a member of the Gedling Climate Change Group and that we are here to help.
Yeah.
And to support and to hold the council accountable, of course. And let's not forget that. Okay, that was great.
Good to see you, Pat.
Really nice to see you.
And I'll see you again soon.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Absolutely fantastic to showcase Pat's home today. She's been amazing. She's demonstrated what you can do with your home to make it a future-proof home. So what can you do? Solar panels, air source heat pump. You could simply insulate your home. So that might not be a complete external wall insulation, but it might just be a bit of internal wall insulation. It may be just insulating your roof. There's so much that each of us can do. Look at the Gedling Borough Council website. We've got some information on there. There's grants sometimes available through the government and local authorities. So there are schemes out there that you can get involved in.